Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're ready.
Hello. All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Prerna Gupta, and I will be moderating today's panel on virtual instruments. To start off, we're going to have all of our panelists do quick intros telling us who they are and what they do. And I'm going to start here with Rana.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Rana Sobany. I've worked in technology for 10 years as a venture capitalist, as a tech entrepreneur. My last startup was an analytics company, and when I sold my interest in the company, I decided to get back into one of my first loves, which was electronic music production. So I had spent so much time working in the iPhone space, and so when the iPad came out, I realized that it might be a good place to try to put some of my attention from the music side, and I developed a way to do music production live using only 2 iPads and no computers. So for the past 6 months, that's what I've been doing, and I've played 65 shows using just the 2 iPads in front of about 75,000 people, and no huge crashes or failures. So that's kind of good, I think. But I'm really excited to be on a panel with so many amazing people.
Does this work? Yes, it does. Hey, everybody. My name is Jordan Rudess, and primarily I'm a keyboardist. I play in a little outfit called Dream Theater.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm here today because, well, partly because of that, but also because these days I'm very involved in the whole iPhone, iPad music world. It's just an area that really called to me. I can remember very vividly sitting on a couch, like making strange noises at home on my iPhone, and my wife looking at me like I'm totally out of my mind. Just thinking, why? We have this beautiful Steinway D piano, why are you sitting there playing with that iPhone? But these days she's feeling a little bit differently about it because my first product, MorphWiz, with my name on it, developed with my partner who's here today, Kevin Chartier, has become a pretty big success. So now when I sit on my couch and I play with MorphWiz or other little sound-making things, she just kind of smiles and everybody's happy. But anyway, I'm really happy to be here. It's a very cool panel with all my friends here, and I think we're going to have a pretty cool discussion.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is working too. I'm Jim Yonak. I'm the founder of Yonak Software. We're a company specializing on making synthesis and sample-based virtual instruments for the iPad and the iPhone platforms. We have a product that's kind of got famous a couple of years ago. It was one of the first synthesizers available for the iPhone called MiniSynth. So we did like a version of that just a couple of months ago for the iPad, which was also one of the first synthesizers available for that platform. And we kind of aim to bring easy to use yet powerful, musical instruments to this platform that, just common people can use and professional or amateur musicians can use, and, that's basically what we do, what I do.
Hi, my name is Aaron Higgins, and I run Sound Trends. We do a variety of iPhone music apps, including most notably Looptastic. My background is I've been developing music apps for some time. My previous company was called Mixmeister, so I've been playing with DJing and remixing for quite some time. Really looking forward to speaking with you all about what is and what is not an instrument, and let's get started.
Thanks. And a quick intro on myself. I'm CEO of Kush. We're a company that develops intelligent music applications, and what that means is we use artificial intelligence to help people make music. And you'll see our app, La-Di-Da, in a little bit. It's a top 10 music iPhone app that does reverse karaoke. So with that, we're going to get started. So the first thing that I wanted to discuss on the panel is what's driving the popularity of virtual instruments. And before we get into that, I thought it would be kind of neat to see a demo from someone who's been kind of catapulted into fame when she started using the iPad as her instrument. So We're going to have actually a demo first from Aaron showing Looptastic, and then Rana, who uses Looptastic in her sets.
Hi, so please first forgive me that it's going to be a little hard to do this demo without actually showing you. What I've got here on screen is Looptastic HD for the iPad. The top part is a mixing board. You've got several different loops and faders you can work with, and a scratch strip at the top. At the bottom is a Chaos Pad style effects processing unit. Looptastic is great for creating non-stop music mixes because you can just pull loops in and out at will. Everything's beat synchronized, so regardless of the tempo, the things are all going to play together nicely. You can quickly get together some pretty cool results, but ultimately you can take it and make it your own by customizing it a couple different ways in terms of recording your own audio through the microphone or by importing your own loops as opposed to factory stuff, which I'm going to preview for you here today. So first I'm going to begin by bringing in some sets from our Funky House factory set. Now you can endlessly go back and mute and unmute things to change this up. And we also have a feature where you can switch between different zones so that instead of having a non-stop group that's always in like section A, you can switch over and do something like this. Now I could go on and on here, but time is short, so I'll jump into the effects, which is another way to customize your mix. Obviously there's filters. And someone earlier was asking about dynamics, and then here's yet another way to add dynamics just by building a breakdown and then having it all pop back in at once. Gating. Of course you can stack these up and do things like delay at the same time, and then you can get into things like reverb. Because you have multi-touch, you can jump back and forth between mixing and playing your audio and processing effects. So just to briefly recap, what you saw was a non-stop music mix that was pretty easy and fun. I was doing this while talking to you. One of the funniest raves about Looptastic that we get is it's a great stoner toy, which I do take as a compliment just because it's fun to like hang out and, whatever your drug of choice is.
That matters to everybody, right?
Yeah. And lastly, that was Looptastic HD. Thank you.
So I am one of Aaron's biggest fans, and the reason is that, I don't know if a lot of people might not know kind of what happened to me, but I've done music production since I was a kid, but it was always a hobby, and I'd never done it professionally. So when I was waiting in line to buy my iPad, because I'm insane and I decided that was a good idea, I'd already had an iPad that was being shipped to my house, but I noticed FedEx was going to be delivered at 3:30 p.m. and that was way too late for me. So I went and I was in line, and at about 4:30 in the morning I was bored out of my mind, so I started looking through all the apps that were available in the App Store, and I came across Looptastic, and I thought it seemed pretty interesting. So I definitely started playing with just the stock sounds, and that was great. But what I've decided to do is to take the two iPads that I had and use only applications that I can download from the App Store. Nothing is proprietary. Try to make some compelling music with it. So what I do for the set that I'm going to play for you is I take whatever sounds I want, I import them into my instance of Looptastic. I used to manually beat match them, and then I use an 1/8" cable to record from one iPad into the other. It's so ghetto, but it works. So I'm just going to show you like a few really popular songs that I can do mashups of, and hope that you guys like it. me because I typically have two iPads, and the way that I have it, thank you. What I typically do for my setup to make that actually work in a live setting and to hack kind of, well, so what I do is I make it like a hacked version of Ableton Live, but I get stereo sound out by having a production iPad and a samples iPad. So I'll do, that's how I can make that happen seamlessly. So sorry, it's a little choppy, but.